A man who could make a difference and believed he could make the community better. That's how family and friends remembered fallen Arvada officer Dillon Vakoff. I'm Michelle Griego, bringing you CBS 4 News at noon, live on CBS 4 and CBS News Colorado. Dillon Vakoff died in the line of duty, responding to a chaotic domestic violence call early Sunday morning. A man now faces murder charges for his death, but today is about offering comfort to the family of a military veteran and police officer who was just 27 years old. Friends and peers of Vakoff remembered him as a man determined to serve, whether as a member of the Air Force in the Middle East, serving in Guam, or returning to his hometown as a police officer. He was called a leader, the best humanity had to offer. His chief called him a kind and gentle man who had an impact at all levels.
Dillon's family raised a truly exceptional human being, someone who became a helper to his very core. We are so thankful to you that you shared him with us.
Over and over, we heard Vakoff was a young man who had a life well lived. Our Kennedy Cook has been covering Officer Vakoff's services all morning long. She's live at the funeral right now. And Kennedy, we hear it's been a day full of support for the officer and his family.
Michelle, it's definitely been a morning full of support, but as well as a lot of somber out there for local law enforcement, first responders, his friends, and family. Now, we've been covering this story since early today with the procession that took place at 8, and we're currently at the funeral, which should be wrapping up here shortly. And people have been out here very early showing their support for Officer Vakoff. Now, we were at the procession earlier when hundreds of cars passed by honoring this fallen officer. People lined the streets with flags and signs, and those close to Officer Vakoff say he will leave a legacy of positivity, kindness, and love. And even those who didn't know Officer Vakoff still showing up today to show their respect.
Thank you in sign language. I would just like to thank them all. It's senseless. Young man just doing his job. There's no reason for this. We shouldn't have to come and do this every year and a half, 2 years. And that's just here. That's just here. Think of all over the country.
Now, Officer Vakoff had been with the Arvada Police Department since 2017, and he also was a U.S. veteran who served in the U.S. Air Force for 6 years. And his military brothers and sisters, family, and friends certainly made it clear that he will be missed. Live in Lafayette, Kennedy Cook covering Colorado First.
Kennedy, thank you.